Hi, I'm Samar Shams. I'm the business immigration partner at Spencer West. And I'm just going to quickly summarize sponsorship of skilled workers in the UK with an eye to the future immigration system and what sponsorship will be like under that system from 1st of January 2021. So the way the sponsorship system works is that employers in the UK need a sponsor license to basically assign work authorization or certificates of sponsorship to skilled workers. Now, the first thing to do if a company is interested in sponsoring migrants is to ensure that they have the HR systems in place to support sponsor duties. So when you apply for a license, you're confirming to the Home Office that you're going to fulfill certain duties, including reporting if a migrant's circumstances change. So for example, details of their job, whether that's their job title or salary, etc., that might necessitate a report to the Home Office. In some instances, it could even require a fresh application. So the first thing to do is to ensure that you have the systems in place to be able to fulfill those duties to the Home Office. And then you can undertake the application process for a sponsor license, which is to prepare documentation, submit an online form, and then submit the supporting documentation. Now, from 1st of January 2021, Tier 2 General will be replaced with what the government is referring to as the skilled worker category. And the other current subcategory of Tier 2 for intracompany transfers will simply be called intracompany transfer. Excuse me. Now, it's the skilled worker category that will be undergoing the most changes. As now, the individual will require a job offer and will have to demonstrate English language ability. The job will have to meet a salary requirement. That's going to be lower in the future immigration system. So the general minimum salary requirement for the sponsored skilled workers will be £25,600, or the salary that's specific to their role. So there's a whole list of all jobs in the UK in the immigration rules, and an employer has to match the proposed role for the migrant with a job in that list, has to find the job in that list that best matches the job description for the role for which they want to sponsor someone. And so if the salary listed in that job, in the immigration rules for that job, is higher than 25,600, then they'll have to go with that higher minimum salary that's listed in the rules for the job. There are also exceptions where a salary can be even lower than 25,600. For example, if the job's on the shortage occupation list, or the individual has a PhD, certain type of PhD. Now, the current skill level that's required for a role to be eligible for sponsorship is a graduate level, or Regulation Qualification Framework 6. But from January 2021, the required skill level will drop to A level, or Regulation Qualification Framework 3. So jobs in Regulation Qualification Framework, or RQF 3 and up, will be eligible for sponsorship. The process is going to change because the resident labor market test, or advertising, will no longer be required, and the government also proposes to suspend the limit on certain types of sponsored skilled worker applications. So currently there's a limit of 20,700 visas per year for new hires under this route who are earning less than 159,600, and the government's going to suspend that limit. Intracompany transfers will largely have to meet the same requirements as they do now. So they'll still have to have had service with the overseas company There is an exception where salary level is 73,900 or above. Otherwise, they do have to have 12 months service with the linked overseas company that's transferring them to the UK sponsor, and they have to have that job offer for a role in the UK. In terms of the salary requirements, the current salary requirement is 41,500. Now that is likely to be reduced in the future immigration system, but we don't know what the level, the minimum salary level will be for the intracompany transfer category yet. The skill level for intracompany transfers will remain at the graduate level, so Regulation Qualification Framework 6 or graduate level roles. In future, intracompany transfers will still not be able to settle in the UK. Well, they won't be eligible to settle in the UK as intracompany transfers, but the government proposes to allow them to switch into the sponsored skilled worker category, so they could eventually be eligible for settlement. There's also going to be a modification of the cooling off rule to be slightly more flexible for intracompany transfers. So that's a quick summary of sponsorship now and in the future. If you have any questions, please do get in touch. My email address is samar, samar.shams, shams, @spencer-west.com. Thank you.